If only life was better. If only I had that one thing that just made everything better in my life. If only the food tasted better. If only the grass smelled greener. If only the skies were bluer. If only each breath was more meaningful. If only games were funner, or school was easier. If only jokes were more funny. If only smiles were longer, and tears were of joy. If only the wind was cooler, and the sun was brighter. If ice was colder, and fire was warmer. If only more were rich, and less were poor. If only days were longer and nights were shorter. If only people were healthier and diseases were rarer. If only clicks were louder and farts were smellier. If only shoes were softer and shirts were comfier. If only backpacks were lighter and love was heavier. If only we were popular and they were nerdier. If only days were longer and night was shorter. If only fun was slower and work was faster. If only I was taller and I was stronger. If only music was better and songs were catchier. If only sweat was stinkier and cologne was sniffier. If only satellites and internet were faster. If only knives were sharper and guns were louder. If only books were shorter and movies were longer. If only computers were powerfuler and viruses were weaker. If only fans were cooler and AC was warmer. If only wallets were thicker and tax reductions were smaller. If only cards were trickier and jokes were funnier. If only coins were spinnier and bills were foldier. If only planes were higher and trains were lower. If only we were louder and they were quieter. If only it was less painful. If only it was brighter in the day and darker at night. Quiet in the mornings and louder in the evenings. If only foods were healthier. If only strength and passion and determination and integrity were stronger and tougher. If only the love in each and every one of our hearts had the passion and fiery intensity of that of the likes of Tim Tebow. If only my penis was as big as Davis's. If only I was as Canadian as Jeff. If only I lived in an abusive household. If only I had a shitty computer. If only I didn't have to play Monopoly with my mom every hour. If only I could do my homework and my boxers. If only she answers this question with a yes. Kurt's sister, will you go to prom with me? He then proceeds to get down on one knee.